Well, I think that's the start for this, isn't it? Welcome everyone, wherever you are around the world, to the launch of the Social Impact Festival for 2019. We've just had the most marvellous leaders briefing from our 4 Aboriginal leaders who are leading the way in the festival and the summit this year. It was a very moving experience. I thank you all for that. And now we move on to the launch of the festival itself. So I'd like to hand over to Katie Stubley, who's the director of the Social Impact Festival, to say a few words. Just before that, though, I'd like to thank our supporters who've been so important with supporting the festival. Beginning with Rotary West as our major supporter, and the CEO, Susan Hunt, who has really got behind the festival, was here with the leaders briefing and saying just how important this particular festival and the summit was in walking together to 2029 under that Uluru Statement banner, Voice, Treaty, Truth. Also to the Department of Communities, as a major supporter, Beyond Bank, Uniting Care West, and Common Land as well. And as an impact supporter, Anglicare WA, West Australian Aboriginal Leadership Institute, Cultural Corridors, and Reconciliation WA. So thanks for all of that support, and I'd now like to hand over to Katie. Thank you, Katie.
Definitely co-director this year with these 4 amazing humans. So Kaya, hello, and Yang Karach Wajak Nunga Mort, Nija Buja Kura Kura We, Kalakul Wajak Nunga Buja, Nyani We Karajing, Nyan Kwel Katie. I acknowledge the Wajak Noongar people, the traditional custodians of the land on which we are filming today. I am listening and I am learning, and my name is Katie. We are very excited to have you with us for the launch of this year's Social Impact Festival. This is the 5th year that we have, and it really feels that this year that almost every year to this point has really been just a preparation and a warm-up exercise for really creating space for these 4 to really design and lead the festival this year. And it's been such an honour and a privilege to just to be part of it, really. So thank you. This year's festival, we are deeply committed towards walking together, Danjoo Koorliny, towards 2029. So 2029 will mark the 200 years of colonisation here in this place. And we know that that has to be so different from where we're standing today and where we have stood before. So we're deeply committed to actually starting this journey today and really seeing how we can really change in these next 10 years and how we can really build our cultural, social and environmental literacy. So by the time we get to 2029, we are really standing together and we can really feel proud of all the work that we have done to this point. So it's truly my honour to introduce Ennis, Professor Colleen Hayward, Dr Noel Nannup and Dr Richard Walley. The 4 of them combined to tell you truly all the things that they've done and all their awards and all the boards that they sit on and all these different things would really probably take, if not the full hour, probably many, many more hours, but I'll just briefly introduce each of them so that we can begin. So Ennis is a cultural advocate working in government, a mentor, consultant. To many, she's mentioned as their favourite human, and she seems to have that effect on people. She's currently co-chair of Reconciliation WA, and many, many more things. She's worked across almost every sector, and she's definitely an inspiration to many. Professor Colleen Hayward, again, if I had to list all of your achievements, we would be here for so long. She's a senior Noongar woman with extensive family links throughout the southwest of WA. Until her recent retirement, she was the head of Koorliny ECU Centre for Indigenous Education and Research and Pro-Vice Chancellor of Equity and Indigenous Indigenous issues across the university for more than 30 years. 30 years, Colleen. And more. Colleen has provided significant input to policies and programs across a wide range of issues. Dr Noel Nannup is a well-respected Noongar elder. He's deeply impacted me and so many people here. He's a well-known storyteller, a cultural guide, instructor and mentor, and throughout Noel's life he has worked to promote public awareness of the importance of caring for the environment. His career has been dedicated to educating young West Australians about the rich culture and heritage of Aboriginal people, and so much more. Dr Richard Walley. Everywhere we go, we hear about something that you've done. Richard, in a good way, in a very, very good way. Richard Walley is a Noongar man and one of Australia's leading Aboriginal performers, musicians and writers, a true artist that we're very lucky to have with us. Richard is a committed leader in the promotion of Noongar culture and has extensive experience working alongside Australian and international organisations as a cultural consultant and presenter. You are all those things, but you are so much more. And we feel really blessed that you're here with us today. We're very honoured to be working with you on this festival and what will come in the years ahead. And we would really love to hand the conversation over to you now to explain the importance of these years that we actually have ahead of us and what it will really take to Danjoo Koorliny to walk together and, you know, truly create social impact in this place. So I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. Kaya. My name's Noel Nannup, and because we didn't draw this, and it's all about Aboriginal people, it's got to be about non-Aboriginal people as well. And as Katie said earlier, 2029 is the focus, which is 10 years away from now. And we also are focusing beyond that because we know that the Spirit has told us it's right. The timing is right. And therefore, as we project to 2029, we know that way beyond that. And today, Western Australia, and I guess tomorrow, the world, we could safely say that. And local governments will have an enormous role to play. A learning institution like this, it's fitting that it's here, and that gives it its academic credentials. And then we'll have all the different aspects of our cultural groups and the impact that's been thrust upon us since the tall ships first came. And as we build and build and build, we want to make sure that we don't forget you, wherever you might be watching this, and the opportunity that we have now to bring this to you. And it'll then go wherever it might need to go. And if it sparks an interest in yourselves, wherever you might be in the world, then always remember and understand that we're here and we're thinking of you, not just ourselves, because something like this is about the greater good for humanity, not just us as individuals. And working with a group of people like we have here in this team is something that I don't take for granted. It's just awesome to be part of it, and looking forward to the contribution that we can make to help as we make our way forward.
Hello, Danjoo. Danjoo is walking together. Walking together takes many connotations. There are times you have to walk together, times you stand still and look together. There's other times you step back and let other people lead you into areas that they are very much in command and they know where they're going and you follow them. And there are times that Dad stands still and waits for you to lead in the areas that you know. So walking together has more connotations than just by side. It's together, standing still, in front and behind. But all the time, Danjoo, walking together, making progress.
For me, one of the most exciting things about the next few days is not only the conversations, but the learning from and with each other. I think that it's really innovative that for the dress rehearsals, I guess we could call them, over the last few years, this feels like a really solid beginning, that next year we'll build on this and the year after we'll build on both years. And I think the impetus that will come from that, increased learning, more discerning, I think in terms of the standards and expectations that we will set for ourselves together is going to make this impactful in a way that I don't think we've seen here and I don't think has been seen in other places. It's going to be exciting.
I guess we're being a part of a movement going forward. The title's been set, Voice, Treaty, Truth, but also too I think it's about how we acknowledge the past that allows us to grow, look into the present and where we want to go together for the future. And a number of people are relying on us, all of us, to leave in the hands of our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren and those that follow is a place that they feel that they belong to. And I guess that's where we're coming at it from, that, we can thrive together, strive together for the change. That's where we are. And I think a big part of the collective wisdom and knowledge amongst us all here, Paul and Katie, Colleen, Noel and Richard, has been an empowering process for us to give our voice to something to change. And I think that's the impact that we want to leave with you, is that whilst we're talking from our space, our hearts, we want the change that we all want to see together.
And if you come to the conference, you get a wicket bag.
We're going to hand over to the rest of the team. I think they're on now. Here we go.
Kaya, hello, I'm Jo. I'm doing communications and marketing here with the Social Impact team. This is my first festival and I'm very excited. Things I want you to know are the hashtags, and please use them. Hashtag SIFest19, hashtag Social Impact, and hashtag Danjoo Koorliny. DANJOO KOORLINY.
I'm Kelvy. I'm here as a guest to scribe and help the entire festival see what it is we're talking about together so that we can stay on a common page and envision the common future together.
Kaya, I'm Kelly. I am here to listen and learn and ask questions. I'm part of the Social Impact team and am so excited about this.
I'm Margaret. I'm a member of the Social Impact Festival team. I'm especially excited about the summit. I really love that as the summit's been prepared in the engine room of the Centre for Social Impact, the spirit within it has been one of walking together. And I hope you have that experience as you join with us walking towards 2020.
I'm Danielle. I'm a Ngalamanji woman from the Pilbara region in Australia, and I'm also got connections to the Nyurnyur and Niggina people,
in the Kimberley regions. I want to pay my respects to the elders past and present from this country here, the Whadjuk Nation. And I'm very grateful for you to have me here and also to be part of this process with you all. I'm just excited to pretty much squeeze out the other side of the bottleneck and see us all pretty much walking together towards the future that we all vision. Yeah.
What do you think?
Kaya, I'm Phoebe. I'm also a part of this wonderful team and very grateful and honoured to be here. I'm excited to create social impact along with you wonderful people at the summit and also to celebrate what comes out of it at the Good Market. Hope to all see you there.
Kaya, my name's Evelyn. I've been assisting and supporting the team with the co-design of the Good Market, and I'm deeply honoured to be here with all of you and learning to work together for the future that we want to see.
Kaya, I'm Kath. I'm the Centre Manager of the Centre for Social Impact. I'm here to listen and learn, and I'm really excited about this.
Kaya, I'm Alex. I'm a friend and supporter of the team here, and will participate in the summit as a member of the community. And we'll watch with interest what unfolds over the next few days, and hopefully have my part in helping that resonate through the community.
Kaya, my name's John. We might have been in contact already in some communications. Nice to see you online, and some of you I know we'll also see in a couple of days at the Social Impact Summit. Very much looking forward to seeing you there and to continuing this journey long into the future.
Kaya, I'm Zoe. I've been working on the Social Impact Toolkit with Shanali and some of the other team members here. Kaya, I'm Shanali. As Zoe said, we've been working on a Social Impact Toolkit for the festival. It is for anyone in the community, whether you're a local government, a community organisation, or even just an individual that's really interested in creating social impact in your place and in your community. It's guidelines and tools that you can use to make that happen in your community. Yeah, and so tonight we're actually going to be launching the Social Impact Toolkit, and a big part of this for us at the centre is acknowledging the fact that we are on a journey of listening and learning. And a big part of Danjoo for us is acknowledging that we also need to show that process of learning through what we create and doing that together. So what is going to be uploaded, or what you'll see after this in the toolkit online, is the very beginnings, and we're hoping to co-create and co-design the toolkit together from what comes out of conversations after the summit and this week, and hopefully create those tools for impact in our place together. And what has been a focus at the moment, which you'll see on the toolkit, is really connection to place and listening to community. So they're kind of the bones that are there at the moment, and that will continue to grow after this week from the lessons that we learn.
Kaya, my name's Renu. I'm also a member of the Social Impact Festival team, and my role has been, I think, to be a holder of all possibilities for this festival. And I don't think it was coincidence. I really feel Spirit spoke to us yesterday. We had an earthquake off the coast of Western Australia, and I really sense a seismic shift in what this festival is going to create for us. So I'm so delighted that you're all going to be part of something that's going to be really impactful. So thank you all for joining. And also, I'm very excited that the toolkit is going to be the vehicle for a festival of festivals, over the year and for the next 10 years. So welcome to that as well. And it's my pleasure to invite you all who are out there and not in this room with us to be able to also walk together. So Danjoo calling, let's just do a little bit of that together now. So you're going to be broken up into breakout spaces virtually, and technology magically is going to organize you into these breakout spaces. It might take 10 or 15 seconds for this to happen. And you might get a message that, you know, the call is over. It's not. Just hang in there, you know, and you will magically end up in a group of people. And I'd like to invite you to answer or have a conversation around the question. And the question is that what in your eyes is the highest possibility that you see that you can create using the toolkit or the conversations we'll have in the summit or whatever you might hear in the ether, but what is the highest possibility in your eyes for creating social impact that you feel is being sparked off in this moment in time? We've heard, the phrase a lot today, the time is right. So what is the time right for you now? So let me just hand that over to you. And there's also another logistic instruction which is far beyond me. So I'm going to hand it over to John for that.
So when you go into your breakout rooms, you'll also be able to unmute yourself. And that's at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. That will enable you to be able to talk to one another. At the end of the breakout time, you won't need to do anything. You will get a message saying the breakout room will end in 2 minutes. And you can just wait for that to count down, and then you'll be brought back into this space. So maybe one more time, the question, Renu?
Yeah, so the question is, you know, what in your eyes is the highest possibility you see to create social impact in this moment? What is it the right time for?
Hi everyone, and thank you for coming back from the breakout sessions. We hope that you took some learnings and got some insights, and we would really love to hear from you on our social media channels. Hit us up on Twitter using the hashtag SIFest19, Danjoo Calling, and hashtag social impact. You can also follow our journey this week and into the future on our website, socialimpactfestival.org. Sorry, let me repeat that more clearly with confidence, socialimpactfestival.org.
You can also find the Social Impact Toolkit now online. It's at socialimpacttoolkit.com. That's socialimpacttoolkit.com. Both of the links will be in the chat, so you can find them there, as well as all of the hashtags that Jo just mentioned.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we really look forward to journeying with you. So yeah, for now it's border. See you later.
Border.